At the end of a long, winding road nestled deep within the heart of the countryside, there stood an ominous house. Its presence seemed to cast a shadow over the entire area, as if it were a gateway to another realm. The locals whispered tales of its haunting, warning all who dared to venture near. It was said that the house had a dark history, filled with tragedy and despair. The house itself was a sight to behold. Its once vibrant paint was now faded and chipped, giving it a ghostly appearance. The windows were cracked and boarded up, as if trying to keep the horrors within hidden from the world. The overgrown vines snaked their way up the sides of the house, as if nature itself was reclaiming what once belonged to it. One stormy night, a group of curious teenagers decided to explore the house at the end of the road. They were drawn to its mystery, unable to resist the allure of the unknown. Armed with flashlights and their own courage, they cautiously approached the decaying structure. As they stepped through the creaking front door, a chill ran down their spines. The air inside was thick with a sense of foreboding, as if the house itself were alive and watching their every move. The floorboards groaned beneath their weight, adding to the eerie ambience. The group split up, each taking a different path to explore the secrets that lay within. The house seemed to stretch out before them, with endless corridors and hidden rooms. The walls whispered ancient secrets, their voices barely audible over the sound of their own racing hearts. In one room, a young girl stumbled upon a dusty old book. Its pages were yellowed with age, and the words were written in a language she couldn't understand. As she flipped through the pages, a sudden gust of wind blew through the room, extinguishing her flashlight. In the darkness, she felt a presence looming over her, its icy breath sending shivers down her spine. In another room, a boy discovered a collection of old photographs. As he examined them, he realized they were all portraits of the same family. Their faces were twisted in anguish and despair, their eyes hauntingly empty. Suddenly, the boy heard a faint sobbing coming from the corner of the room. He turned to see a figure huddled in the shadows, its face hidden by a tattered veil. As the group reconvened, they shared their chilling discoveries. The house seemed to be alive, feeding off their fear and curiosity. The once brave teenagers now felt a growing sense of dread, as if they were being watched by unseen eyes. Just as they were about to make their escape, the doors and windows slammed shut, trapping them inside. The house groaned and creaked, its walls closing in on them. The air grew thick with a suffocating darkness, as if the very essence of evil was consuming them. In a desperate attempt to escape, they made a final dash towards the front door. As they reached for the handle, it disintegrated into dust, leaving them trapped within the house's clutches. Their screams echoed through the halls, forever lost within the walls of the house at the end of the road. And so, the house remained, a silent sentinel at the end of the road, forever cursed to lure unsuspecting souls into its web of horror. Its dark history continued to be whispered among the locals, a reminder of the dangers that lurked within its decaying walls.